Hi, my name is Doug, and I'm a youth pastor in Southern California, and I'm very excited to talk to you about God's love letter, the Bible. I love the fact that even though we probably won't ever meet, we share in a journey of learning more about Jesus and His love for us. Having said that, I also know it's a little strange for you to sit there and listen to some guy you don't know, especially some old bald guy like me. Well, actually, the technical term would be thinning, and this could be you in 10 years, ladies. Anyway, before we go any farther, I want you to know something very important about me. I can't clap and sing at the same time, so we won't be doing any singing on these teachings. Okay, that's not really what I wanted you to know about me. I just wanted you to know that I'm a huge believer in teenagers and the youth ministries that exist around the world. And the reasons I'm making these DVDs and the reason your small group leader, your youth pastor is showing them to you is because both of us truly believe that your generation has the power to change the world. Now, I know you hear things like that from people all the time. Adults are always telling teenagers, you're the future of the church, your generation is going to change the world someday. But honestly, I get annoyed when I hear people say stuff like this because it implies that everything is in the future and you can't do anything now. Some adults make it seem like you have to be married and have 2.4 children before you can do anything that really matters. I don't believe that. You don't have to be married to change the world. You don't have to have a college degree, a driver's license. You don't even have to have hit puberty, for that matter. That's a little awkward, sorry. God has a plan for every one of our lives, a plan that starts right now. It's not an accident that you live in this town, that you go to your school, that you're in the family you're in. God placed you there for a reason. And the fact that you're watching this also isn't an accident. The fact that you're attending this small group right now doesn't catch God off guard. God's not in heaven right now checking roll. Let's see, there's Ryan, check. Brittany, check. Is Haley there? Yep. Back half asleep on the couch, check. Wait, is that Mortimer? What's Mortimer doing at this small group? And why did his parents name him Mortimer? No, God isn't like that, and God isn't caught off guard by your presence. You're here for a reason, and this is true no matter where you are on your spiritual journey. You might be 100% on fire for Jesus and you can't wait for small group each week, but maybe you're here because you thought, well, it's better than staying home on restriction and being bored. Or maybe you're here and you don't know anything about God and you came because a friend told you there'd be free snacks afterwards. However you got here, I'm thrilled that you're here. And no matter where you are in your spiritual journey, God loves you and He wants to speak to you. So my question for you is, are you willing to listen to what God has to say? And I hope the answer is yes. This week's theme is Love Out Loud, which comes from this verse in 1 John chapter 3. Actually, let's read the verse together. It'll be on the screen in a second. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Let's read it. Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions. I love that phrase, let us not merely say that we love each other. The truth is that it's really easy to say the word love, isn't it? I mean, we use the word all the time. We say we love our moms, our best friends, our cat Letitia, or Spanky, or Mortimer, or whatever you name your animal. We love TV, boyfriends, girlfriends, Baskin-Robbins, Tutti Frutti, Tangy, Almond Fudge, Sherbet ice cream. We love brothers and sisters. Wait a second. We love grandparents. We love days off of school. We love summer. And then we turn around and we say, oh, I love that outfit. Actually, guys, I'm not sure you say you love that outfit. You might say, I love pizza. But my point is, we don't really mean it. We don't really love it, but we say it because love is such an easy word to use. It becomes a catch-all for things that we just like. And because love can mean almost anything, it often ends up meaning nothing. Does this make sense? Good. Now, I'm saying good because I'm assuming that you said yes when I said, does this make sense? But think about love. Think about love in the real world. Parents say they love each other, and then they get divorced. Someone you're dating says, I love you, and then he or she is with someone else the following week. A friend says, I love having you as a friend, but then isn't there for you when you need that friend the most. The truth is that the word love just doesn't mean much if it isn't backed up by action. And I think this is exactly the point of the Bible verse. It's His way of saying, hey guys, talk is cheap. Let's look at the verse one more time. Dear children, let us not merely say that we love each other, let us show the truth by our actions. I believe that those of us who are followers of Christ have an image problem. See, everyone knows that Christians are supposed to love others, and we say we love others, but oftentimes when it's time for love to be put into action, we don't come through. You need examples? There's an AIDS crisis in Africa, and the church basically ignores it. There are people less than a mile from our church dying without Jesus, but the church huddles up inside its four holy walls and expects them to come to us. Our world is in need of hope and love, and the church is often so busy yelling at sinners and saying what we're against. But here's what excites me. I see a generation, I see your generation saying, hey, we're tired of hearing people say they love each other and not following through. I hear that from teenagers all the time. I'm a parent of 3 teenagers, and I hear it in their voices, I hear it from their friends. They're tired of a fake love. They're tired of seeing an inauthentic display of words without actions. They hear this verse, let us not just say we love each other, but prove it. And they go, yeah, that's it, prove it. Today there is so much noise in the world. Everywhere people are shouting what they believe, but the world can't hear what Christians are saying anymore. So if we're going to be heard, we're going to have to start loving in the only way the world will hear it, and that's by our actions. Let me end by sharing one more verse from John. It's in 1 John 4, verse 12. It says, "No one has ever seen God, but if we love each other, God lives in us." Remember at the beginning when I said I believed you could change the world right now? This is what I meant. That your generation would be a generation who loved through your actions. When you do that, the world sees Jesus in you. And each week when you gather around this TV, we're going to talk about what loving out loud looks like. And it's my prayer that as we do, you'll begin to see how this radical concept of loving out loud could not just change your life, but transform your family and your friends and your church and your school and maybe even the world. I want more than anything else for you to become addicted to loving out loud. So as you talk about this in your small group, I hope you discuss this idea of loving out loud and what that could look like for you personally and for your small group. You're capable of anything with the power of Jesus Christ working through you. Have a great small group.